For those just starting out, to those who built their reputation. In the detail industry, navigating the course is a daily grind. This is Play-by-Play, with industry professionals tackling topics and offering tips to help improve your game plan. Now, here's your Play-by-Play.
All right, we are back. Another episode of Play-by-Play.
We missed the.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, we're back.
Yeah, there we go.
Another episode of Play-by-Play, and it is going to be a good one today. We got Mr. Jason Rose, the what is he? He is the
global director
of training. I was just gonna say the head dick. No, he's the top dog at Rupes Training. He's over all the trainers, and he's ton of knowledge. Always love going to trainings with him and just interacting with him, man. He's a wealth of knowledge and just a cool guy. Looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And he's actually got a special guest with him today. That's right. He's got a friend from Rupes, Vietnam. You guys hear me fumble through the hack pretty much every week.
Yeah, we do.
You'll get to see me fumble through, trying to speak in Vietnamese. Welcome her on the show.
This should be very painful.
That's right. So in addition, of course, we're going to be doing our hacker hack. So stick around for that. Don't want to miss it.
In this hack, we don't know about it.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is. All we know that Chris has shot a video and we're supposed to guess what the hack is.
That's right. Yeah. You guys tell us in the comments. What do you think about the new format?
Yeah. Listen, y'all drop up the comments too during the hack and we'll see if we can all guess it together. It'll be fun. But look, before we get to the meat of the show, we got to have our topic. And I figured, why not? We're packing up right now for the biggest car show in the world, one of our the big show of the year for us.
Yeah.
And SEMA. And so we're loading up and we want to talk about how to navigate. If you're a detailer and you're going to this show, what do you do? How do you navigate? How do you make sure you get the things done that you want to do to get out of it? Because it costs money, right?
And there's a lot of stuff going on down there.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff going.
I've never been. So, not only to SEMA, but to Vegas. This is my first trip. I'm I don't know if you can tell, but I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait,
I can tell.
I'm so stoked.
And you kind of get an unfair one right now because I've got to go. It's going to be a short trip for me because of the Ironman that I'm doing Saturday. Yeah. And so I'm not drinking. I'm really just going to business to do business, but there won't be the afterlife for me. Afterlife. No,
the after party.
After party. Yeah. The after party. For me, we will go to a few parties, but I won't be.
Because you're going to want to go to sleep early. You're probably going to want to wake up and run 27 miles before, we go to the show and all this.
Don't everybody do that?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
That's most everybody. I'm still trying to perfect my before body.
You're doing great.
I'm almost there. I'm ready to start to working on the after.
Get as great before as you can. So, it just looks that much. All right, so but planning, right? Okay, seriously, you got money invested, you got plane tickets, you got time off, you got hotels, you're going over there, you may be taking a team member or two, a wife, a husband, whatever. There's cost involved. You got to get something out of this trip, right? So you don't just go over there, especially to SEMA. This is not Mobile Tech and SDC. This thing is massive.
Yeah. And
you need to at least have a plan of how you think you can get some return on this thing. What is it that you're going to do? If you want to go look at a new supplier, if you want to look at maybe making a deal with one that you already do business with and you want to negotiate a little bit there or see what offers they have, you need to be strategic about it. Don't wait. Don't get over there and decide Tuesday morning, oh shit, I got to figure out who I want to see and what I want to talk about, because you've got a lot of money invested in this thing, and you need to make use of that.
A lot of ground to cover.
A ton of ground, dude. These buildings are massive. Trainings, they have the best classes. The best classes that I've ever been to were at SEMA. And matter of fact, Prentice St. Clair gave me my IDA training back in 2016, I believe it was. There at SEMA, I took my IDA
skills
test.
Validation, or
not skills validation, the other one, certified detailer, I think
that's
right.
Yeah,
the test. And so he gave that to me there, and it was awesome. But I also went to classes. There was a marketing class. I mean, there's all kind of classes, and they're great, but you gotta register ahead,
right,
for these things. So if you haven't done these things already, you need to get on it today.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to start making your plan today. Tomorrow, go ahead and kind of write out your itinerary. One thing that our office does great for us is writes out our itinerary, and that way we're not blind leading the blind when we go over there. We make sure that we have what we need to get by. So shout out to Gabby. She's been working hard on our itinerary. Chelsea's done them in the past, and she's kind of worked side by side with her. But the girls that help us make us look great, those things are important. So making sure that you have all your stuff together, because this thing's a big event. You don't want to get over there and be floundering, you know?
That's right. Now, you know, there's going to be some all-star folks there. We're going to be running into some big wigs, rubbing shoulders.
Well, I'm there.
Well, that's what I mean.
I'm there.
Right? We're talking about you.
Yeah. Okay. I was making sure. Yeah, I'm bringing this pen to sign on it.
I'll get a new one.
Mine's not broken.
No.
Hey, maybe we'll talk to Jason about getting us
a new pen there. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's going to be we're going to be doing crazy podcasts. I believe we've got several scheduled throughout a couple of the days.
We do.
And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
We're actually going to get to go walk around a little bit.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, dude.
So the benefit, we are sharing a booth with IGL. We're and I say sharing, we're standing in with them as a representative of their business in the IGL version of Detail Bookie. So it's kind of different for us. It's been a different take, but we want to be doing podcasts with them and with every with the top dogs out there and having those. But it also gives us a little bit of a chance to socialize as well. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to getting on getting in front of the folks, man, and talking to these detailers and other folks.
Right. And one thing you want to do too, when you go to an event like this, is how do you make an impression? So we go out there, we got this plan, but it's like your opportunity to get in front of the industry. We all talk about the industry, right? Well, the industry's at these events,
right?
Okay. This is who you go to impress. This is who you go to get in front of and make a statement. Tell you who does a really good job at it is So Fresh and So Clean.
Yeah, Chris. Oh, every time we can talk about that.
You missed it. I laid it up on the table.
Oh, so what'd you say?
So clean. Thank you.
Oh, my
bad. So no, he does so good, and I know his shoe plan will be in order.
And I did not prepare for this, so I might get clowned.
Yeah. So, but seriously, making an impression. When you go there, look in the part, talk to people. Don't be scared to go up to them and ask. Talk to them. See if you can't work out business, see if you can't pick their brains on things. Like, we're all there to help each other, and you need to use that, but making sure that you leave an impression on everywhere you go. That way, when things are coming up in the industry, you're the one they talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I got another big thing too. There's another big thing, and I'm looking forward to talk about this.
What's going on, Dustin? What else is going on?
Ryan, we were invited on the Rennie Doyle podcast, and it's going to have your able folks, Chris and Mike Avens, our buddies at Road FS. Yep. Rod and Jody. Chris DiGiovanni was invited onto it, and I was invited, but I had to pass the torch.
Yes.
And they may have invited both of us. No, I really didn't read
I'm pretty sure it was just you, but
we're neither here nor there. Yeah, Ryan's going to sit in. It was definitely just me.
But he's right.
No, Ryan's going to go in because I'm leaving early.
Yep.
And listen, this is not like I don't want to say I'm nervous for you. It's a big event. It's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. And I know you'll kill it. But there's got to be some nerves, huh?
A little bit of nerves. I mean, as long as they don't ask me how long I've been detailing or what's my favorite car, I think I'm going to be fine.
I don't know. Your answer was it's all about them SEMA shirts. Go look. Yeah, that's right, Billy Smith.
Yes.
So it's you got to make sure that you go in there. Just be honest. Like, you had the perfect answer on the what's Bruto's and
that I grew up on Detail Solutions podcast.
That's it. So you was talking about how you like the sound of vacuuming.
Yeah, I've always been obsessed with the sound of vacuuming.
No, but Ryan, my suggestion, is as you go in there, you be yourself. Don't try to be over the top. Just go in there and fill in. I told you, I gave you a little secret, and make sure that you hit Rod and Jody up, and make sure you get close to them. They're like your safety zone. They're going to help you.
Awesome. I really appreciate it. Now, the fact that this is talking about software,
you're right.
I'm good.
Yeah, you are. And I'm looking forward to watching it. Hopefully I can drop some comments in there and try to distract you.
I'm sure that'll be fun.
But look, so it's going to be great. But if you're going to these events, take them serious, guys. You're spending big money to get your company there. It's an investment in yourself. I think you should absolutely do it. If you're not doing it, you should do it. These events, STC, MTE, SEMA, in these trainings like at IGL, man, I'm telling you right now, this is where stuff goes down. This is where you learn. This is where you better yourself. You can do all the vacuuming you want in your shop, but I promise you are not growing until you're seeing other people do the same things that you do. talking to them that face the same problems that you face, and just building your network. And that's how you build your, your repertoire of tools. This is where it happens. So make sure if you're going there, you have a strategic attack, and make sure you write yourself out an itinerary on things that you want to do so you get things done. Don't drink too many beers and don't lose too much money.
I'm not going to lose any money.
Okay, but you're going to drink too many beers?
Oh, I drink a few beers. Just
for you. What beer do you drink?
I mean, I'm here and there, Okay. Sometimes I like a good hard seltzer, Sometimes I like a good twisted tea,
Ethan, you're a twisted tea fan, aren't you? Let me tell you what you shouldn't drink, and then we'll bring Jason. Okay. What you should not drink. I hope Jocko's not watching this. Is this Jocko energy drink? It is awful. Man. All of them have been terrible flavor, but I'm having to drink this special stuff or very good stuff.
Well, that says it's flavored that my enemy's sweat and tears.
It's awful.
Blood. And
it's
sweat
awful.
And tears, yeah.
All right, listen. That's enough about us and our garbage. Let's bring Jason Jones on.
Hello.
What's going on?
How are you? How's it going over there?
It's going great. So, Jason, who do you got with you?
Well, this is Jenny Do. She's from Vietnam.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny from Rupes, Vietnam. I'm so thrilled to be his guest on this podcast with you guys. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on. That's awesome.
Hey, do you guys think you could pull that up just a little bit closer so we can get a better, a little bit more volume out of you?
Or is it?
Yeah, the mic.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
How is this?
Oh, so much better. If you could just do it just like that, that'd be great.
And Jenny, I just wanted, there you go.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to welcome you aboard and say, ciao, but quay ho. Did I say it right?
Oh, she did. She got it.
Perfect.
I tried. I knew I was going to butcher it, but I really have been practicing all week.
Xin chào.
Yeah.
So, listen, we wanted to keep it light, Jason. We're talking about it. We always talk about, specific trainings and things, but I wanted to kind of get an idea, and, our audience are detailers, but, you guys, you're traveling all over the world. I wanted to start off this thing by telling, what is it like to be, always on the road traveling with this job?
Well, you've heard the jokes about the traveling sales guy, but yeah, I truly do have one or two pieces of luggage that I never put away. They don't ever get completely unpacked. You just kind of change, wash clothes and exchange clothes, and then you just take that piece of luggage and go. But I grew up this way. I mean, most of my life I've traveled, so it doesn't. It actually seems normal to me, Dustin. It's a normal lifestyle. So my whole adult career, working 2 weeks out of the month, I was gone somewhere. At the beginning of my career, was traveling around the United States, and then more recently, in the last 20 years, is all over the world. But if you do it long enough, it seems
it's just the norm.
Yeah.
So international travel is a big part of your job now, because you're over all of the training for Rupes, right?
Yeah. I coordinate all our training efforts globally. We have lots of trainers. We have two detailing academies, one in Italy and one here.
That's it, right behind it. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of global activity going on.
That's really cool. That's cool. Jenny, tell me this. You've been with Jason this week. What information have you picked up that you're going to be taking back to Vietnam with you?
Yeah.
She can't tell you the secrets.
Yeah. Such a great opportunity for me to visit Rupes in Colorado. It's a beautiful place. Yeah.
So is that your first time visiting?
Yeah, it is my first time visiting Rupes, and also the first time I'm in the States.
Nice.
Oh, wow. So how's it been?
It's wonderful. I already loved it here.
Great.
Really
great.
Beautiful. Yeah.
That's awesome. So
hey Dustin, she's building and creating a training program in Vietnam.
Okay.
And part of it is some new training facilities as well as new trainers. So she's here trying to check out how we do things.
Now, is she doing that for Rupes, or is this for someone else, or for herself?
Yes.
For Rupes.
Yeah.
No kidding. So you guys are starting basically from the ground up in Vietnam, building everything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably quite the undertaking. How many trainers would you foresee yourself going into?
At this time, we have 3 trainers. Yeah.
Wow.
3. And the facility is an authorized Bigfoot authorized training center in Vietnam.
So detailing as an industry there, I mean, is it a pretty big business there?
No, actually, it's just new.
It's just starting.
Yeah, but it's developing very fast in Vietnam, I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, as tools and coatings and software has developed,
It's told me about it, and I love to know more about.
She's now interested in your software.
We would love for you to learn more about it too.
Absolutely.
No, we would love to have that sit down. Maybe you guys are going to SEMA, right, Jason?
Oh, yeah, I love to see you.
Yeah. We'll have to talk more specific about that. But that's amazing. I mean, going into bringing trainings back, and this is I'm a huge proponent of trainings and getting these guys where they're learning early, so we don't make all the same mistakes that we did when we were starting out, and and learning. By the seat of our pants. And that's an expensive and a very stressful way to learn. But to have professionals, I mean, Jason's been in our shop a few times and coming in and do trainings. And I tell you, it's wonderful. So I'm sure they're going to put together an awesome program.
That's pretty cool.
Russell, one interesting connection to you personally. So Jenny operates a business with her father. So it's a father-daughter thing. And
okay,
you and your father do business together. So her father started out in Vietnam in the body shop industry. So 15 years working in body shops.
This industry of 25 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 15 of those years you were a Rupes distributor. Yeah.
No kidding. So is he excited to see this you grow in this side of things?
Yeah.
I'm sure. So how is the relationship with you working with him? I mean, do you guys get along fine and y'all just work side by side together well?
Yeah, you still have some conflict, yes. But this time I'll separate the business into the detailing, which is Rupes. So I'm focusing on that. I'll concentrate on that part of the business. So he concentrate on the big projects for the body shop. Yeah.
So and that's what myself and my dad. So I work with my father, and we have kind of these clear defined here. Here's what you kind of do, and here's what I do, and it just keeps you from butting heads too much. I mean, we don't really ever, pretty much never butt heads, but we know kind of each other. And we know how to work around each other, and we can read each other's body language pretty good. And if it's a day that you don't, if you know when to not ask a question or not to poke a little too hard,
Well, I should ask what the dynamics are. Now, was he your boss or are you his boss?
Are you your dad's boss?
No, he's my boss all the time.
I asked that because Dustin is actually his dad's boss, and so I was just wondering how that works.
Tell me how you can do that. Tell me.
Yeah, she wants to know how to do that. So she's going to have a meeting with you later how to make that happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, Ryan says that, but really, I mean, I don't consider myself the boss of it. Like we're a team, and we do things. Now, at the end of the day, all decisions kind of lead back to me, and I'm responsible for them at the top tier of it. But we all work side by side, and we're all equals in our own domain. We just have to, you just have to do your job, and
that's it. Everybody has kind of assigned tasks. You do that, and as long as you do, you don't have somebody standing over your shoulder, telling you to do better, just nitpicking things.
Right. Yeah. Those days are that style of management. I think it doesn't fit in our environment. We tend to work with each other and help each other, and because at the end of the day, it's our success is everybody's success here. So that's kind of how we do things.
100%. Now, Jason, I was wondering, you're internationally, traveling and doing these trainings. How does the language barrier work? I mean, are you brushing up on your multiple languages? You speak multiple languages now?
No, actually, it's kind of funny and interesting because I've done these events in many countries where their first language is a foreign language to me.
Sure.
So I do training classes all over the world in many different countries. But here's the thing, I get helped out a lot. I get a lot of help. So when I go to another country and do a training class, it's not me by myself just landing somewhere and doing a class. So, for example, in Vietnam, when I came there to her facility, there's a local team, meaning her and her people, and all my events are translated in local language.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Everywhere I go, there's bilingual people. So I'm speaking English, but they're translating.
And they're translating out.
So I've never, in my whole career, I've actually never felt the urge or the need to learn another language. I haven't needed that because I get all this help everywhere I go.
Well, and also let's be honest, the polisher speaks for itself. It speaks its own language, right? So, you know.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's awesome. So I got to ask this, you know, and I'll have to admit at one time, first time meeting you, I was you know, like we've all followed you for a long time. I was a bit starstruck when I first met you, Jason. Like, you know, you've been in this industry a long time. You got a big following. Like, does that happen often? I'm sure. I know in our, like, you know, when you run into detailers and they know who you are, like, does that ever happen where guys are just like, you know, like puts you on this pedestal and they're afraid to approach or really get starstruck?
Yeah, and I gotta admit, it's just weird every time it happens.
Yeah,
it does happen. I have stalkers in the airport. You know, I'm in the airport at the gate, and they're like looking at me and you know, trying not to look. And
sure.
But I just wave at them, and then, you know, hopefully we have a conversation. But I've had people come up to me at SEMA. We're going to be there next week. But you know, it's awkward moments where people come up and their hands shaking, and they're like, I've been waiting for 3 years to meet you. I've watched all your videos, and at the same time, I mean, it's such a weird feeling. At the same time, it feels good.
It feels good. Yeah,
you know, it feels good, but it's also very strange.
It doesn't feel normal.
Well, I'll tell you, Jason, I mean, he's the most humble guy, like easygoing, just like, you know, a friend,
right?
You know, and it's like, man, you know, because I did the same thing. I was like, you know, I mean, I don't think I was withheld, but I was definitely, you know, put you up on a pedestal in my mind. And then after meeting you and interacting with him, I'm like, hey, you know, this guy's very easygoing. He's so super knowledgeable. I mean, everything I had hyped you up on in my mind was right. You know, you had the information and you had the knowledge, but
you're also a humble,
personality
person,
and all was super cool.
It is strange though. I mean, the trip we did to Southeast Asia is a good example. Because of COVID, there was a couple of years where I wasn't traveling, right? I mean, my life went on its ear for a couple of years. But then I go back to Southeast Asia, and then you know, and I'm signing autographs on tools and on banners and on shirts. And it just every time I do it, as I'm signing my name, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I signing my name? Because it just feels strange. It's very strange. One thing I want to share with you, the weirdest autograph I ever did, the strangest autograph, was I was in India, and there was a detailer, one of those that was shaking the hand saying, I'm really excited to meet you. And after the class, he's like, can you come to my detail shop? It's down the street. It's really close. And I thought he wanted me to just check out his detail shop.
Sure.
But he wanted me to autograph his building.
Oh, wow. Really?
So he had a glass wall, and I autographed his building.
That is
wow.
He put PPF film over it so that, you know, it would last.
Yeah, it would stay.
Now that's almost as cool as having your signature on another person.
Yeah. Billy Smith, he honored us well. I mean, I tell you, you know, we haven't experienced it to no level that like you, Jason. So I don't want to come across that way, but we have started to have those, like, people reach out and say, hey, you know, we've been following the podcast for a year, or we've been watching your videos all along, and you know, and you really get like this, wow, people listen to this, huh? Like, you know, like, you know it because you see the numbers, but you don't actually see the people. Right. And so then when it's a live person in front of you saying, hey, yeah, I remember when you said this, or when you told that story, I'm like, it's really cool. it kind of fulfills this reason of why we continue to do these things we do. But
I didn't tell you, the first guy that signed up, the first sign up today, literally was talking about, how he checked out the podcast, and that's how he kind of got familiar with us. And I mean, he, so I've never talked to him, and he's listened to the podcast and loves it, and it was just so weird, when people tell you that, you're like, it makes you feel really,
it does. It makes you feel like you do these things for a reason.
That's right.
It's cool. I'm looking forward to it. So talking about
like with SEMA, so you're going to be again, you kind of have that a bit of a status. Do you ever get overwhelmed by how many people are going to be at the show and just with everything that's going on? Does it ever kind of take you back a little bit?
Yeah, in fact, I have a love-hate thing with SEMA. As I think this is my 27th year, might even be the 28th year of doing SEMA.
Wow.
And the part I love is the connections with people. So that part is I absolutely adore that. And that's a reason that keeps me coming back.
Sure.
But, standing all day on your feet in the booth, and
it's brutal.
It's brutal on the body. By the end of SEMA, I feel like my body and my mind has been beaten up,
Yep.
But it's a love-hate thing. I mean, I love the connection. I love meeting the people from, all over the world. But at the same time, sometimes it gets a little frustrating, just to be honest, to share the other side of it. People think it's always glamorous, but the other side of it is, okay, I have a podcast appointment in another hall, and I have to get from my Rupus booth to that other hall, and I have, like a 10 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
I can't walk 10 feet without somebody stopping
you. Yep.
So then I walk another 10 feet, and there's another person. I walk another 10 feet. So I have to admit, it's exciting connecting and talking with people, but it's also a little bit frustrating when I have objectives to meet at SEMA and I have things I got to do.
And it's
hard to get around.
I'm really excited.
Weird, but
yeah, I'm just glad that we're not having to break down an 18 by 20 foot LED wall and a stage, full stage with lighting.
Why, man? That's how you do it.
That's the only. I mean, that's a blast.
It's a lot of work. SEMA is a lot of work. I mean, the people that actually work the show, if you go and just walk around and enjoy it, like the way you're going to see it, you're going to go and meet people and go from booth to booth. I would love to do that. In my whole career, I've never been able to do that.
Yeah.
I've never gone to see just walk the show.
And just go enjoy it. No, and we don't, we're looking forward to a piece of that a little bit in the way that we're doing this show with IGL. It allows us the not so stressful part of the complete setup, the manning the booth the entire time. I mean, we'll be there. A representative of Detail Bookie will be there, but it does gives us some flexibility, which we're looking forward to. I mean, this is our first, and we don't have 27 years of experience, but we do have about 4. And in all 4 years, we felt that same pain of, just got to be there, stand up the whole time. It's, have a million conversations. And I know after, speaking to like people stopping, at the end of like, if we teach a class, if I teach a class, at the end of that class, I may have, a meeting after that, or I may have to go get on a podcast, like you said, or go into another class. Well, it's the people that stay behind and they have specific questions on what you talk about. And then you go answer. And you'll be there for 20 or 30 more minutes. And you're like, I hate to rush this, but basically here's my number. Call me because I've got to go. I got to go to this other class or what. So I can only imagine me and Jason Rose walking down the hallway.
Hey, I've had a couple SEMAs out of those 27 years. Mm-hmm. I've had a couple SEMAs where I actually lost my voice by Wednesday.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
And I still had 2 more days to go.
Oh gosh.
I remember those 2. And hey, I want to share something I'm really excited about this year.
Yeah, go ahead.
First time for me. 27 years, I've helped set up the booth.
Okay.
And I work the booth and I work other events around SEMA. And then after the show, I help tear down the booth. It's something I've always insisted on doing. I'm just part of the team.
To be a part of it. Yep.
We're setting up, we're packing up. But this year is the first year I don't have to set up and I don't have to tear down.
That's awesome.
It's
Ryan,
actually kind of a strange feeling.
you know what you should take out of that?
That in 27 years you'll be doing the same thing.
In 23 years, we may get an opportunity to not set up the booth in 23 years. So just keep counting, buddy. We got it all
Put
way to go.
Put your dues in.
Yeah, well,
That's
hey,
right.
you know, and it is part of the fun. We have a great team, and I mean, like our production staff jumps in, like everybody jumps in and helps out. You know how we do our booths. They're top notch, and we do that with intent. You know, we want to make a statement, but our team jumps in there and helps out.
I've offered to help a couple different people with their setups because we're not bringing our booth. So,
of course, yeah.
You know, Tommy, Angel Wax, and a couple other folks. So if you need help, let me know.
So Jenny, kind of, have you looked at SEMA and seen the size of where you're about to head and like really got a grasp on it?
No, I haven't had a chance, but I heard
man.
It's huge, right?
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Get ready. It's going to be an experience. I think you'll really enjoy it, but it can be overwhelming. Ryan's never been.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, period. So this is going to be all new to me.
Yeah.
Hey, one tip for you, Ryan, and for Jenny. So SEMA's done a good job of developing their own app.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it helped me out a lot because there's a lot of times I have an appointment in another booth somewhere and I got to get there. And it's so big that you can easily get lost.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
But the app helps a lot because you can dial in a booth number.
Oh, cool.
Sure can. And it'll route it to you.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you. I will have that app.
Very helpful. And you can get a map, like a map of the layout.
Yeah.
So otherwise it's quick to get. You can get
it's tough. I was telling Ryan, these buildings are massive. I mean, you can just look down. I mean, I don't know. They seem like what seems like a mile long or something, and they are slam full of vendors.
Are they next to the casinos or is it not?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's
separate.
some casinos around, but it's on down and it's a little section.
Gotcha.
So I have a question. Like, you know, we talk about the size and you know of this show in particular. How would a detailer go about like coming in and making an impression? I mean, you know, you're competing there with a lot of detailers just to come in and make your mark or maybe make your name. What would your suggestion be for them to come in and try to gain or try to leave a mark on the show?
Yeah, it's a good question because there's obviously lots of vendors in our industry in the detailing space that are in there, and the booths are spread out everywhere. And the people that work those booths, they literally see hundreds or thousands of people throughout the show.
Yes. So
it's a great question. How are you memorable to somebody? Mm-hmm. How do you have a connection that's lasting beyond the show? I mean, those are very good questions. And the two things that come to mind is you really got to get physical, shake hands, and really be kind of beyond the, you know, hey, across the aisle kind of thing. Hey, I'm you know.
Yeah, don't be a wallflower. Be in there. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to get aggressive and assertive and really go up and shake somebody's hand and then be positive. I really would recommend you be positive because people remember negativity. Mm-hmm. I mean, because I remember people that came into our booth and were so pissed off. They were red-faced and angry.
Sure.
And that's a memorable experience, but not in a good way.
But not a good one. No.
So be the opposite of that and just be very positive and complimentary and really lift people up. Because you got to remember, if you're a detailer approaching a manufacturer's rep, they're doing their job. They're working their booth. They're doing their thing.
That's right.
And just kind of lift them up. And that's memorable because people like to feel, you know, complimented, and that's a good thing to do. But to shake hands, because a physical connection of shaking hands, we haven't been able to do that for 2 years, right? Yeah. I'm afraid to shake people's hands now. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Then you get the awkward fist bump or something like, you know.
I'm just afraid to bag my own groceries at the grocery store. You can't lick your thumb anymore.
You're right. Just kick. I think it was the toe tap at first.
Elbow up. Yeah.
Toe tap or elbow.
Be complimentary, but also exchange information. So SEMA has done a good job of setting up a way to make that happen. So you scan things, and then the contact info is captured.
Right.
So certainly make sure that happens. I know a lot of companies don't follow up with those, but Rupus definitely does. Every single batch that gets scanned in our booth, they get contacted, every single one.
Yeah, we do too. We have a campaign, and where Ryan usually reaches out. We have emails that go out to remind you, what we talked about, that kind of stuff. So as a supplier, we really use this opportunity to build our database and to, to meet customers, but then also continue to give them information. But like you said, we want people to come in and talk to us, and like really engage in what we're, with us, instead of just that brief, hey, grab my card and walk on, because there's nothing to remember there. Like, you're probably going to throw it in the bag. It's going to get thrown in your luggage. You'll probably get thrown away when you get home.
Right.
But if you can come in and ask some specific questions and ask how, how just software, because we would be selling software at the show, like how software would help your company, allow us to, give us a moment to have our elevator pitch with you. And then that's engaging. Now we're talking, and now we're talking about how we can help you specifically. And it's a fun conversation.
Absolutely.
But I love it. I love it. The opportunity to meet meet the customers and potential customers. It's always fun.
I've got a couple messages from our customers who are like, "You're going to be at SEMA, right?" Yes. Okay, great. I've got a couple questions.
Yeah.
It's like we want to dig in.
Awesome. I love that.
I do too. Well, it makes the show go by faster too.
I can tell you what not to do. Here's what not to do.
What's that?
This has actually happened. So the detailer walks up into the booth with the bag.
Bring a tool. I knew that was good.
No, hey, what do you got for free?
Oh no. I thought you were like bring a tool.
Where's the giveaways?
Yeah, or the one that goes down the table, just picking one of everything, putting it in the bag. Like,
there's 4 keychains. Let me have one of each.
However, I have to say, if I'm walking around and you have candy bowl out front, I will be the guy that will get your candy. Like, I'm a candy fanatic.
Yes, and no shame in
I will
grabbing a couple
absolutely
pieces.
get 2 pieces of candy out of your bowl. We don't put a candy bowl in our booth because of that. I will constantly eat the candy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. The candy bowl would be gone before the show starts.
Yeah, it would never last. Between me and my dad's the same way.
So, Jason, if you had, with you having so much experience and being there so many times, if I said, what's the one thing that I had to see? Like, what do I not want to miss, period? What would you say that one thing would be?
It's kind of an individual thing. A lot of people have different preferences on what really turns them on. Mm-hmm. But the SEMA show, one thing that's very exciting is it's not one thing, but it's one category of thing. And that is that SEMA attracts some of the most amazing paint jobs and the most amazing equipped, modified vehicles. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I go to SEMA to connect with people, but there's a lot of people that go to SEMA to connect with the cars and the amazing looking cars. So you can actually spend 4 days at SEMA and not even talk to anybody and have a great time because you've looked at some amazing vehicles.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'll be honest with you, 4 days is probably not enough to do both. You really got to make, because it's so big. I mean, you've got to cover some ground there if you want to see the whole thing and interact. It's huge.
Oh, I'm so excited, man. I'm just beyond excited.
So, Jenny, I have to ask, your first time in the States, definitely going to be first time in Las Vegas, obviously. What are your plans outside, or do you have any plans outside of working the show?
Probably I have a tour to visit Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Yeah, Hollywood.
Sweet.
She's going on a bus tour.
Yeah.
Nice.
And maybe Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon?
Yes. Mm-hmm. What is it? Acting?
Yeah. No Pawn Stars visit? I don't know. That's the only thing. I mean, like when I think of it, for some reason my mind goes there. I don't know why.
No, I'm excited about Jenny's options for like extracurricular stuff while she's in Las Vegas. So she's getting out of Las Vegas to go to Hollywood. She's getting out of Las Vegas to go to Grand Canyon. Because in fact, we were talking to her this morning. It's her first time in the United States. And we don't want her to go away feeling like America is like Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
No, yeah, you don't. That's not the last thing we want. Not the last vision in your mind.
No.
I'm not sure if we wanted to think America's Hollywood either, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The Grand Canyon will be good.
Yes, that is America, 100%.
Yeah. Grand Canyon is America.
Okay.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is. Well, Jason, listen, we know we won't keep you much longer. We just wanted to drop in and, talk to you a little bit about, training, what it's like traveling. And then, of course, the big show, which everybody's talking about. We only have a few days before we travel out ourselves. Appreciate your time as always.
Jenny, pleasure meeting you as well. And we'll definitely have to shake hands when we get there. And
yeah, definitely. Yeah. See you in Vegas.
Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate you as always. You're a pleasure. Jenny, good seeing you. And we'll be seeing you in a few days.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. All right, dude. You had it. You had it and you missed.
I know. I froze.
All right, try it again.
All right. It's ciao, bakweho.
Okay, ciao, bakweho.
That's
Okay, well,
that's what
let's
the lady on Google
You
says.
flipped on me though.
I so tried, dude.
All right,
I'm
so
sorry.
try it again on Rennie's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the way I want you to introduce yourself. When he says, "Everybody, just go around and introduce yourself," I want you to go, "Ciao, bakweho."
Okay. I'll
Don't
do
put your
that,
hand
yeah.
up. I don't think you need to
Don't,
put your hand
the
up.
how?
So,
No,
no,
dude.
There's something wrong with that.
That's
I'm not sure,
not
but
good. Pretty sure that's not good at all. Well, guys, this is always my favorite part of the show, and I'm gonna stall this a little bit to see how good he is on. Ethan, what time is it?
All right.
That's correct.
Or hack.
I was gonna see, man. I'm testing the kid.
All right, roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, we got
here
an
we go.
S. Oh, I think I know what this is. Is that a sea hunt?
So you have shiny letters on the side of a boat. Okay, no hack to be had there.
I bet it is.
Oh,
It's a boat.
okay.
The sea
It's
hunt.
definitely a sea hunt boat.
Boat. It's a center
Letters.
console.
Okay. It's
Right. So we got
cleaning between the letters. Okay, cleaning between the letters,
Is-
compounding between the letters.
Oh, okay. Look
yeah.
at a bunch of people standing around. That's about right.
That's
All right.
city workers.
Yeah. What is he using?
Okay, I
Is there
don't know.
Q-tip in there?
Yeah, he's trying to compound between those letters. I bet you, or clean between them for sure. What's he using? What's the hack? The towel? The towel's not the hack. Everybody knows about a towel.
Is this where Chris becomes the hack?
Is this so? Is it compound? It's got to be compound between the letters. It has to be on a rag or on a towel.
All right. So
It has to be. So
compound-
wow. Okay, my seems very impressive. A toothpick.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get stuff out of cracks.
Oh
I know.
man, did he just get that out of his mouth to do that with? Please tell me. Okay. All right. You got me. You got me stumped on this one.
All right. I'm gonna
right,
go
what's
ahead
the-
and make a guess. All
Okay.
right. So
what's your guess?
all right. So what you didn't see is
Where
Chris
did the
actually.
toothpick come from?
I don't know.
Oh, the toothpick was in their towel,
That's
and
what
it
was
got
the
the
towel?
edges of the letters where they're
I
glued.
didn't see, I was thinking a Q-tip, but that makes sense. The toothpick. We didn't
That's-
see that.
That's it. So the toothpick was in the towel to keep it protected.
Probably didn't even have no polish on it, did it?
No, probably
It's
did.
just getting the stuff out of the cracks.
You could spray a little acid on there and get in there. That'd be good. All right.
take
so-
a little
so-
acid and then really get in there.
Yeah, scrolling. Toothpick and cleaning tight areas.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Let's lay it out there.
All right, maybe. I
All
mean, just know in this scenario, we don't really need the toothpick
You
know why?
Why?
because we're in the woods.
Oh, we have a whole bunch of
Woods.
toothpicks, but we don't have a knife. Okay, so set the stage here for you. Okay, you're in the middle of the woods.
Yep.
All you have is a sea hunt boat.
Yeah.
Okay. That's got sea hunt letters stuck to it.
Yeah.
They're dirty.
Yes.
Really between the crevices there. And you have a toothpick and a microfiber cloth.
And I think you also have to have a car because I'm pretty sure that
gotta get
stuff
the
that he
boat
got the
there?
last part wasn't in a boat.
Yeah, I think he was showing us the hack.
Ah, that makes
Yeah,
sense. That
yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
So, okay. If you have the boat, dirty letters, toothpick, towel, and you put that toothpick in that towel and you clean around the edges, it's absolutely confirmed. This hack is confirmed.
Yes, I love it.
All right, this is getting ridiculous, guys. But it's fun.
Please send us some hack
Yeah,
ideas,
guys,
guys.
we need
That's
hacks.
really.
Yeah. Chris, what's your email? Is it Chris at Bayshore Strategies?
It is.
Please, somebody email Chris some hacks at chris@bayshorestrategies.com. Chris@bayshorestrategies.com. We need hacks, guys. Listen, next week, we will be on the road. We will actually be at SEMA all week. Ryan's going to be on a really special podcast. Man, listen, seriously, we make a joke out of it, but I'm super impressed by your willingness to step up and jump in there and do it. You know, I know it's a nerve thing, but you're going to do great. Super proud. Wouldn't
Well, let's be real, man. I'm just trying to get close to Chris Avens. That's all it is, man.
You should kiss her on the cheek.
Cat on the back. Definitely get a picture.
Get a picture. You know, don't hold your Able banner though. We're not holding the banner.
Yeah.
We can't hold the banner.
I mean, her dad's there.
Okay, hold the banner. But no, seriously, we're gonna be on the road next week, so we will not be having a podcast, guys. You can have lunch without us next week. It's gonna be sad, but we will be back the next week with another great show.
And you can probably catch us on like 5 different podcasts.
And we're everywhere now.
So, yeah.
We are everywhere now. I'll be running an Ironman next Saturday. So any of you guys have been following my Ironman group, you'll be seeing some updates there. Hopefully everything goes well and we complete it. You know, that's what we're going for.
Any of the detailers down in Panama City watching this, make sure you get out there and cheer your boy on.
Yes, it's in Panama City. It's November the 5th, next Saturday. It starts at like 7 a.m. I won't get done until probably 8 p.m. or so, we hope. So we'll be there. But listen, we'll have a show in 2 weeks. Looking forward to it. Gotta wrap it up.
That's right. Find us wherever you listen to your podcast, to Facebook. Give us a shout.
All places.
Man. That's right.
Peace. All right.